Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, my name is Rich Longo, and I am your host for another Flycast Partners presentation. I want to thank you for joining us for a presentation in almost like a supercharged demo on the application known as sigmaGO for Cherwell, presented by Sridhar Reddy and Anthony D'Ambrosio. And I hope I didn't butcher your names, gentlemen. I apologize if I did. Folks, just a brief introduction on our presenters today. They have years and years of experience in the IT service management space. And they've worked very hard to come up with a mobile application solution for IT service management that makes sense, that can actually help folks, decrease that workload, make things a little bit easier. But they're going to get into that here in a little bit. Before we get started, let me introduce Flycast Partners. Flycast Partners offers best-in-class implementation services and training in IT service management, IT asset management, IT operations management, enterprise service management, and workload automation spaces using ITIL best practice. Our professional services team has well over 5,500 professional services engagements on site and remote. Keep in mind that remote's pretty important in this day and age of COVID. So we've done quite a bit of that, have lots of experience, and would be happy to help you with that. As an organization, Flycast Partners has over 1,100 regular customers throughout Canada and the United States. I encourage you to reach out to us at 844-FLYCAST, that's 844-359-2278, or visit our website. Poke around our website. We have IT experts standing by Monday through Friday during normal business hours, just waiting to answer your questions and get the information that you seek. So please, by all means, go hit us up on the website. And if you're not comfortable with that, then you can also email us at info@flycastpartners.com. Without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our presenters today.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for joining, taking time from your busy schedules. Hope you all had a good Labor Day weekend, and we appreciate looking at our solutions. Before I go into the details or walk through what we bring to the table, I want to give you a quick overview of what we bring to the table. As you see on my screen, we have developed two native apps, one for technicians and one for end user self-service experience or our end customers. The idea with these apps is to give an opportunity for IT analysts and users to use a mobile app 24/7, anywhere in the world, as long as they're connected to the internet, and get their work done in a very seamless fashion, and at the same time, in a more efficient and faster way as well. And these days, with everybody working remotely, now, it's sitting in front of the computer all the time may not be possible. So what we do is we give this opportunity with the apps to interact with your Cherwell system, work on your tickets, create tickets, approvals, surveys, the whole 9 yards we have put into the system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start navigating my journey by using the customer, the technician app, the IT analyst. That is the key personnel of IT who are going to be working on tickets. And the apps that you see right now are on app stores. So you can actually download our sigmaGO apps from the App Store, Google Play Store, as well as iTunes stores, and log in and take the experience. And also, these apps are connected to one of a live Azure instance of Cherwell. So this is not smoking mirrors. This is going to be similar to the experience you would have when you actually deploy our mobile interface to your Cherwell instance. Well, without delaying much further, let me dive in and open up my technician console. When I log into my application, or when I click on my screen here for the technician, again, I'm logged in right now, and this gives me a complete overview of what an IT analyst needs. We support all kinds of logins. What I'm going to do is I'm going to log out right now, and I will go back to my login screen. And on this login screen, you can see we support the traditional Active Directory accounts, If you are a SAML, if you use any Microsoft ADFS, F5, Okta, or any of your SAML providers, we can also integrate with those SAML providers. And also we take advantage of the native functionalities of the apps, like the Touch ID and the Face ID as well. So I'm going to check on this Touch ID here. I'm just going to use my fingerprint. I'm on my Android phone. I have a Touch ID enabled. I logged into the application. As you notice, it's pretty fast. I was able to just, use my fingerprint Touch ID and then log into the application, and I'm presented with all the necessary information that I need as a technician right on my screen. And a quick overview of the app. As you see on the top, there's a marquee ticker, a scrolling bar. It's a little not clear on WebEx, but on the app it looks great. So the marquee ticker is basically tied to your problem management or major incidents or announcements. Anything that you want to advertise or grab people's attention right off the bat, we can actually have this marquee ticker scrolling on the top. And when I click on it, it actually takes me to the system alerts, the 4 system alerts that we saw on the top, and I can select one of the item, and it takes me into a problem. The screen that you're looking at right now is tied to problem management right now, but again, you can completely configurable and customizable based on your needs. And also, there are a lot of features and functions that we have in the app. If there are a few things which are not relevant to you, or we may not be ready to roll out those features right now, we can always disable it and then enable it when we are ready as well. So a lot of cool features that are built right within the application. When I look at the system alerts, I can see what the problem is about. If you have a resolution or a workaround, we can actually have those workaround handy as well. Well, it's still creating an issue and we wanted to create a ticket. I have an option called FXMe2 at the bottom of the screen. I can click on it and it will automatically take me to the ticket creation screen. As you notice, it's already pre-populated my name, the classification, which team it needs to route to, what is a priority, as well as the description from the problem as well. The idea here is to give you an experience where you're not losing much functionality if you're not using the browser client or the rich client in Cherwell. So what we did is we tried to capture as much information as possible from your Cherwell system and present it into the mobile apps. And one of the key things that I want to emphasize here is, as I'm walking through the application, I want you to take an eye on the speed of the application. We made the application so nimble and fast that every data that you are looking at for processing records or tickets or approvals, it's just a matter of seconds. So for instance, on this screen, I see there are 4 my tickets. Means these are the tickets which are assigned to me. I'm going to click on my tickets here, and as you can see, all the 4 tickets that I have right now, and I can see the color coding as well. Red means high priority, green means low priority, yellow is medium priority based on your priority matrix. We can color code the tickets, and I'm just going to click a ticket here for the new projector request, and now as you can see, you have all the information that you want to look at on a ticket available right on the screen. And as you notice, we brought in a lot of information. We got created dates, requested information, CIs, attachments, tasks. Again, folks, completely configurable. It's all about what's in your instance and what you want to expose on your mobile app. We can definitely make it available on this app. So nothing is a sticky point. Everything is completely configurable based on your needs. And as I'm working on this ticket, you can see, and I can change the priority. If I want to change the priority of the ticket, wherever you see the arrow icons next to the fields, it means that you can actually click on it, and edit it as well. So let's say I have a priority 3 ticket. I wanted to make this from priority 3 to priority 1. I can just click on the priority here, and it opens up the priority matrix. Now I'm going to change it. It's a must-have, and it's expedited process. Again, this priority matrix is coming from your Cherwell system. Based on how you have configured, you will have the priority matrix displayed based on an incident or a service request as well. And I'm going to update it. And when I click on update, what it does is automatically changes the priority of the ticket to priority 1, and it's all real-time synced to your Cherwell system. So any information that you modify or updated on the app is automatically synced in real time in fraction of seconds into your Cherwell system as well. In this case, I change the priority. Now I want to change the status. I can click on status here, and I can select a different status based on your status table. Let's say I want to set this ticket to pending. Well, why do you want to put it into pending state? Well, I'm going to select a pending reason as well. I'm going to say I need data from the customer, and I want to update the ticket. The idea here is to give you everything that we typically do on a daily basis on the Cherwell system and put it into the mobile app. Obviously, the idea is not to bring everything from Cherwell. I mean, we may have 100 fields. The idea is not to bring 100 fields onto the screen, but the idea is to give what's important for us, which will add value, and at the same time, seeing a lot of content and data on a mobile app is also not a great idea. So we wanted to see what works best for us, and we can add it to those screens. And at the same time, as you see, if I need to do some actions, like it could be one-step actions in Cherwell, I can click on this actions button at the bottom of my screen, and I can see all the options that I have. So what we have done is we have split the data points into different elements. Technician nodes, I mean, as we all know, the journal history in Cherwell may not be a great way of looking at what happened on a ticket because it's all in one place. You really got to scroll through everything from your technician notes to emails. So what we have done is we split them up into 2 different ways. If I'm a technician, I'm making any comments or notes, I can click on technician notes, and I'm going to say I rebooted the system, right? I can add my technician notes. I rebooted my system, and here's the technician notes. As you make updates here, every data point that you make a change in the application is all tracked in the journal history of your Cherwell system. So nothing is lost in transition, right? I have technician notes, and now I go back. Let me take a look at what is the emails that I have on this. I can click on the one step again, and I go to the journal email. And if I have any journal history, I would have seen all the journal emails right there. Well, I'm going to get back to working on a ticket, but let's say the critical thing is how can I create a ticket? Well, I'm going to go back to my home page, and here from the menu option, I'm going to select Create Ticket. I'm using the phrase ticket because we don't know if it's going to be an incident or a service request. So we have all the information here. I'm going to select the customer. I'm going to select Anthony. And I see Anthony here. I select Anthony. Once I select the customer, now I'm going to do classification. This is our typical service catalog search. I can pull up my classification here, and then I can see all the services. I'm going to select the printing as a service. Now I get to see the categories, and now I get to see the subcategory as well. And I'm going to select it. And as you notice on the system, once I select the classification, the ticket is automatically routed to the first level support team. What we're doing is we're taking your rules and configuration that you have done on auto routing of tickets, we have incorporated into the mobile app as well. So you don't need to worry about when you're creating a ticket, who I need to assign this ticket. It basically takes the routing mechanism from the incident subcategory or the incident category tables and automatically assign the team that is responsible for this kind of ticket. And one of the questions that we always ask, how do we enter our specific forms? So as you notice, once I select the classification, I have specific details. And when I click on specific details, we are presented with the screen which has a specific forms. So the numerous specific forms that you may have built in your Cherwell system is available right here. I'm going to select HP, model is 5000, item description, it's a printer. I mean, basically whatever the specific forms that you have created, we can showcase it on the mobile phone as well. And I'm going to submit the specific forms, and I'm going to select a priority. Again, if it's an incident, you will see the incident priority matrix. If it's a service request, you will see a service request priority matrix. I'm going to say it's a company-wide issue. It's a high impact and urgency, and I will select it, and I'm going to say printer not working. Right? I got a quick title, and then I'm going to put a description and say can print PDFs. Right? Again, we can add some details. We can also use the voice to text feature, like your Google Android or Siri. You could just talk and type in the description as well. All right. As I'm working on this ticket, now we have a few options. We have also integrated with the underlying components like the customer business object, CMDB, attachments, so on and so forth. So if you know there's an asset that you want to link it to, I can click on link CI items, and I can search for the asset. I'm going to say here's an asset that I have. I can just search for serial tag number, asset tag number, name of the computer. It doesn't matter. As long as the field is searchable, we can actually attach those assets to the ticket as well. And I'm going to take a quick picture of it and say, here's my printer or a mouse not working. I took a quick picture of it. I'm going to say picture, and I attach this picture to my ticket. So the idea here is, you're walking down the lane and somebody says, I'm having an issue with my printer. We can actually take a screenshot of the barcode scanner or take a picture of what's, loose cables or whatever we have seen and attach it to the ticket, and I can submit the ticket. So once I clicked on the submit button, it automatically sends a request to the Cherwell. It created ticket number 16225, and it gave me my response saying that the ticket has been created. As you can see, I was able to seamlessly enter in a ticket, get the ticket number in a few seconds. Right? I'm going to click on OK, and it takes me back to the home page. And if I want to search for the ticket that I just created, right, and the ticket number was 16625, we have search feature enabled, so I can actually search with an incident. I can search anything within your knowledge base, and also I can search with your CMDB as well. So I'm going to search for the ticket number 16625. Oh, I don't know whether, well, I'm just going to say print. All right, here's the ticket. Sorry, it was 16225, my bad. So the ticket number was 16225. And when I search for print, as you can see, it fetched the results instantaneously. And since we created the ticket as a high priority ticket, it is actually marking those tickets as red. And I can select the ticket. I get all the information that I have populated initially on the ticket. And now I can start working on this ticket. And I can see the linked CI. I can click on it, and I can see what is the CI which is associated with this ticket. And at the same time, I see there's an attachment. I can click on attachment. I can see the attachment that I just took a picture of. I can click on it, and I could just view it. Or if you want to download it, you can also download the attachment to your phone. If you don't want to allow your users to download anything on their phones, we can easily disable the download function of the attachments as well. Right now, as I'm working on a ticket, I'm going to add my comments. I'm going to add my technician notes. I'm going to say, need a new printer. Right? I add my technician notes, need a new printer. And if you want to send an email to the customer, we have incorporated that functionality within the app as well. So I can just click on the Actions tab. I'm going to say Email Customer. And I'm going to say, what time are you available? Right? I'm just asking a question to the customer, but this actually does is it sends an email to the customer from the service desk mailbox. It's not the mailbox like an individual mailbox on my phone. This is actually sent from the service desk mailbox so that we can track all the information in one place. So the quick actions, again, completely configurable. If you have more actions to it, we can add more actions. And let's see what this journal email contains. I can click on journal email, and you can see now all the email, the journal mail history is available for me to view here. I can just click on it. I can see what this is email about so that I have the email conversations as well as the technician notes, what they have done, everything on one screen for me. All right. And what we have done is we also incorporated a chat functionality as well to get push notifications. So let's say, we have a customer, option called customer comments. I can click on customer comments. And I can ask the same question, what time are you available? All right. So it's, again, completely up to you guys how we want to use the system. We can have push notifications as well. So if I'm a customer, I'm logged into the app once, it sends out device level push notification. So I can just click on a push notification and get my work done as well. These push notifications can be expanded not just for tickets, but the key thing would be for approvals. Let's say Rich is, Sunday afternoon, he's watching a football game and there's an emergency change and he's part of the CAP team and it is an approval associated for Rich. He doesn't need to log into the app. He would automatically get a push notification on his phone, click on the push notification, and he can approve the change request in a few minutes, right? So we wanted to keep that interface seamless and more intuitive and easy for our users to use it. All right. This is basically, creating a ticket and working on a ticket. Well, what else we have in the mobile app? We kind of looked at the searching capabilities. I can see all my team tickets. The similar dashboard that we have, my tickets and my team tickets. I can click on my team tickets. It gives me all the tickets that are in my team queue. And if you're a team supervisor or manager, I can take a look at it and say, show me all the unassigned tickets. I can actually apply filters to it as well. Show me all the unassigned tickets. And I could just go, you know what? I'm going to assign this to Anthony, right? Nobody's assigned a ownership on this ticket yet. So I'm going to click on assign to. You know what? I'm going to assign it to Anthony from IT. Or I could take ownership by clicking on take ownership button. I can click on update. Now this ticket is automatically assigned to Anthony. If you wanted to, see more details about the requester, as you see on the screen, we have a requester option. Right now, it's Anthony's my requester. I'm going to click on Anthony, and I can actually see all the relevant data points for Anthony from our customer business object, which department he works for, what is his email address, what is his phone number. Again, there's no limitation on what you wanted to show on this screen. If I want to make a quick phone call to Anthony, I can just click on the phone number, and it automatically takes me to the dialer. And I can dial from my phone directly. So you don't need to cut copy or remember what the phone number is. Similarly, if you want to send an email, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on Anthony's email here, anthony@sigmago.app. I'm going to click on his email address, and whatever the email that you have default on your phone, you can actually send an email out from that default email box. Again, this is not relevant to a ticket, so this is something you would send out from your personal email mailbox. Right? The idea is to keep it very easy and simple. Similar to the incidents in My Team incidents tickets, we have tasks as well. My Team tasks. So as you see on my screen, I have 2 tasks. I can click on these 2 tasks and see what these tasks are all about. I'm going to select the first task for 463. I'm going to select the task. And as I select the task, you can actually see the parent-child relationship on a task. The parent could be an incident, it could be a change request, it could be a problem. You can actually see what is this task associated with, so that when you're working on a ticket, you have good knowledge and information about what this is tied to. Pretty seamless, so you can actually have all this information populated here as well. One of the key things that we have done from the app's design perspective is we wanted to limit the number of emails. For instance, if I'm an approver, I need to go, an email goes out to the approvers, and I got to go read the email, click on it, approve it, right? But using our mobile app, you will get a push notification with an approval record, and I can just click on the approvals here. I see there are 4 approvals that are tied to it. I can click on an incident or a service request, and you can see here's the parent object and the child object is right at the bottom of the screen. So you know what you're approving. It's just not the approval record, but it is tied to a change request or a service request. You can actually see the parent-child relationship as well. I go back, I open up a service request. Sorry. Oh, again, it's a service request. I can see all the data of the service request as well. Right? So approvals is something that we brought it in. System alerts, we saw the system alerts. It's basically problems or major incidents that can be tied from your Cherwell instance to the app. And then I go back into the last option at the bottom is customers. So this is tied to your customer business object, our contact manager. And I'm going to select somebody, Amy. I got Amy here. I have selected Amy, and I have all the information for Amy. If I want to create a ticket, I can just quickly create a ticket for Amy right from the app on my screen. So no more copying. It's all about just finding the right thing and touching it or selecting the option, and it will give you the option to add, modify, and edit the content of the tickets. All right. Again, this is typical, IT stuff that we run into. We have incorporated into the app. And there are a few points that I wanted to emphasize is we have incorporated barcode scanning into the mobile app. Typically, when you use those traditional, old barcode scanners, you have those devices which you scan those barcodes, it goes to the spreadsheet, you import into the CMDB. But what we're going to do is we're going to use the most powerful barcode scanner that we have right on our phone, right? Our camera is the greatest barcode scanner we have. So I'm going to select the barcode scanner option on the menu bar. I'm going to select the barcode scanner, and now I have an option to scan a barcode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan a barcode that I have. This could be a printer or a computer. I scan the barcode, and it automatically brought this asset from my CMDB. Now, if you want to change the status of it, it's in repair right now. I want to change the status from in repair to active. I can do that as well. I want to change the location. If I'm moving this asset from our stock room to a customer location, based on the location fields, I can move this from one location to other location as well, right? I'm going to move this asset from Houston to Dallas. I'm going to set update it. It automatically changes and updates the CMDB record in Cherwell. So if somebody, you're walking down the lane, somebody says my printer is not working, you don't need to go search for a CMDB or type in the whole serial tag number or look for it. All you got to do is just open up the barcode scanner, scan the barcode of the equipment, and here is your CMDB item. On this barcode scanning, we actually took it to next level. It's just not only scanning a barcode and retrieving the information. You can actually check in assets into your CMDB as well. Let's say from your IT department, you order like 50 or 100 printers or computers or laptops from Dell or HP. Well, once they ship it out, they give you all these big boxes with barcodes. I can actually scan those barcodes and check it into the CMDB as well. Well, let's see how it works. I'm going to select the check-in option here. I get to my check-in screen, and I'm going to scan the barcodes that I have on the boxes one at a time. I'm just going to scan. All right. As you see, I was able to scan all the assets, and I realized I scanned an asset twice. Oh, I can actually just delete it just clicking on it and delete that option for this asset. And I'm going to click on check-in, and these assets are automatically added to your CMDB. So if it's a printer, it goes into the asset type class printers. If it's computers, it goes into CMDB print computers. If it's mobile devices, based on how you have configured your Cherwell system, we can have this serial numbers tagged to it and stored into the appropriate asset type repository in your CMDB. We are very excited about this new feature that we released. You don't need to worry about using those barcode scanners. You don't need to carry an extra device. You have the mobile app, which has everything in it. The barcode scanner only can scan. But with the app, you actually get the whole of the Cherwell system, but at the same time, you can scan barcodes, check out, and check in assets. This would be great where, if you're doing your annual audits or you're doing your stockroom inventory, you could just pick up your phone, open up the barcode scanner, and just start scanning the assets and see what it is. And you can change the status, location, so on and so forth on the fly. Apart from the barcode scanning feature, what we have done is we have incorporated geolocation and proximity searching as well. As you see on my screen, under the search option, we have text on the go and nearby tickets. These are the features that uses the proximity searching. For instance, I'm from Dallas. I was sent to Houston to work on a couple of tickets. I went and took care of my tickets. I want to see what else is near me. I can just click on nearby tickets, and it automatically look it up of all the tickets which are nearby in my location. And I can go to that particular record. If you want to have a map view, I'm going to click on the map view on the top of the screen, and it gives me the map view as well. I can just going to expand it. Again, as you can see, I have quite a few tickets which I have created from my home or which are near me. I can select one. What is the ticket number? I can click on it and go to the record as well. If you don't want the map view, I'm going to click again on the map, and it takes me back to the list view of the tickets as well. Right? So we're using the proximity searching. And at the same time, one of the cool features that we have incorporated in our latest version of the app is text on the go. For instance, if there's a high priority ticket that came in from, there's something happening in Houston location, printer's not working or some high priority situation was alerted to us, as a manager or a field person, I can see, okay, who is logged in Houston, so that I can actually dispatch that person to take care of the issue or at least, start working on the ticket. So I'm going to select text on the go, and I can see all the techs who are logged in on the mobile app here. And I'm going to select the map view on the top of the screen. It gives me the map view. Again, I'm logged in Dallas, Texas, but I want to see who is in Houston. I can see there's one person who's logged in Houston location. I can click on that icon and see, okay, Anthony is logged in Houston. I'm going to click on Anthony, and now I can assign the existing ticket or just pick up the phone and talk to him or create a ticket for him as well. I can also see all the tickets which Anthony has ownership, so that to see if there's any other tickets that he's already working on, I can take a look at the tickets as well. Pretty excited about this new feature, where now it gives us an opportunity to see where your techs are logged in. As you can see, there are quite a few of my team members logged in different locations. And I'm going to say, who is logged in from Denver, Colorado. Well, Gina from our Cherwell system is logged in there. Now I can assign the ticket as well. The techs on the go and nearby tickets use the geolocation proximity searching, so that it gives more relevant content and data for us. We're super excited for this release of these new features. And again, on the toolbar menu options, I know there are a lot of features and functions. Again, you get one price, you get all these features. It's up to you if you want to enable it or use it for later on, right? So for instance, if you're using Come Around or for your knowledge source, we have integrated Come Around into our mobile app as well. So I can just look at Come Around here. I can see all the Come Around knowledge articles, and I can say, okay, here's the knowledge article that I have. I'm going to select the knowledge article, and with Come Around knowledge, I can actually embed videos and play them on my mobile app as well. So I can just click on the play, and it automatically plays the videos. So we don't need to worry about making a 10-page document with screenshots. We can make a quick video recording of it, put it into the knowledge article, and then have it used by our users. If you want to share this knowledge article with somebody, I can also just select a QR code, and I can share the QR code. And if you wanted to send as a WhatsApp or text message or send an email, you can share this code as well. So you can, again, we're trying to make it easy using the technology and the features that the app provides to take it to next level. Pretty excited for the Come Around piece. If you're not using Come Around for your knowledge, no worries. We have incorporated the knowledge searching within Cherwell. So as you can see, I can go to the search. I'm going to search for email and see if there's any knowledge articles which matches the criteria. Oh, looks like there are quite a few knowledge articles. And this is coming from your Cherwell system. As you can see, it just took seconds to actually get this data from our Azure instance in cloud. I can select it. Now I got the knowledge article. I can zoom out and zoom in based on the text of it as well. So what we have done is we have incorporated all these features and make it a rich experience for our IT analysts when they use the mobile app. We also incorporated in a few business objects. Like for instance, if I'm a facilities user, I'm going to log out as IT and I'm going to log in as facilities. So I'm just going to log out here, and I'm going to log in as facilities user. Again, if you have Face ID and Touch ID, you could have easily use that and log into the application as well. And I am logged in, and I'm presented with the facilities user. On the screen, as you can see, I'm logged in as facilities. I don't see any relevance to IT. It's all about their work orders, their tasks, their announcements. So I'm going to click on announcements. You can see all the content relevant for facilities management. So if you're using your Cherwell system for facilities or HR or purchasing, we can easily use the security groups in your system and make the data available for those users as well. So I'm going to select an AC is broke. Here's the announcements for the facilities. I can see what's going on these announcements as well. If I wanted to create a work order, I'm going to go back to my home page, and I'm going to select create a work order. And now we can see all the fields are different than what we have seen on an incident. So completely configurable based on your security groups. I'm going to select facilities. I'm going to select facilities management. I'm going to say it's a HVAC or electrical issue. I'm going to select HVAC. What is the work order type? It's a repair. Again, it's assigned to the facilities dispatch team, and I can select a priority. What is the building code, area, take a picture, attachment, all the necessary information we want to capture on this work order can be taken care as well. So if you're using different business objects for different users, security groups, easily accomplished with a plug and play. Well, I'm going to show one more item before I shift gears a bit. So I'm going to scan using my fingerprint touch here, and I'm going to log it into my IT user. Oh, sorry. I'm going to log out here because I'm the same user. I'm going to use my IT analyst role. All right. Perfect. Now I'm logged into the app as an IT analyst now. One of the few things that we have incorporated in our in a new app, pretty much we're releasing a new version of the apps every week, is to give more content, from your Cherwell system. In the new version of our app, we actually have timesheet management in Cherwell as well. So you can actually enter timesheets right within the application. So I can actually see if you want to enter your weekly time, I can enter it's September, the week of second week. If you have any project or task, you can associate those project and tasks to it. And I'm going to select the time that I logged into the ticket. This whole timesheet management system is built on the Cherwell platform, right? So the idea here is if you have built something in your Cherwell system, we can mobilize it on the mobile apps. And we can always set it up to who gets to see and who gets to do what based on your security group rights as well. Right? I'm going to click on it. I go back into my IT analyst view. Any questions so far? I know I've been walking through the whole scenarios. You all use Cherwell on a daily basis, so I don't want to spend much time. But later on, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us or Rich. We'll make sure that we have a one-on-one demonstration with your use cases in mind as well. Rich, do we have any questions?
We do. Here's the first question. Can the techs turn their location off?
Yes. It is completely up to the techs. They can actually turn off. When you actually log into the application, it's going to ask, do you want to save the location? So the text has an option to turn it off and on as well. Yes.
Okay. And another one, do you need any middleware for the app?
Great question. Our apps do not need any middleware. Our apps directly communicate with your Cherwell instance. All the processing and heavy lifting is all done on the Cherwell side. We are just a presentation layer. We do not store any data on the phone. We only show and display the data. All this information that you see is just, as a presentation layer on the app. We don't need any middleware. We use REST APIs to communicate to your Cherwell instance and present this data on the mobile app.
And next question, multi-language support. Does your app support globalization in our Cherwell system? That's a great question.
Oh, awesome. Looks like we got some global customers on this call. We are excited to show that. Well, irrespective of your globalization of your Cherwell system, we support multiple languages. So right now you can see it's all in English. And if I go here, I go to my settings option, and you can see all the settings here under languages. Right now it's turned in English. I can change it to any different languages. We have 10 languages which are coming out of the box, but if there's a language that your organization has offices in, we can easily plug and play that language back into our app as well. So let's say I'm going to change it into Portuguese or Spanish or Swedish. And as you see on my screen here, if I go back to my home page, everything is now translated into Swedish. I mean, I can't speak Swedish, but I can see here's the ticket information. Let me go back into the ticket. And as you can see, all the labels of the ticket are translated into the language we have selected. If you are using a globalized Cherwell instance, you have different language packs available, the content of the ticket can be also seen in the native language. So we support rich text capability. So if you type in the description in French or Swedish, you can see that in that language as well.
Okay, how do specific screens linked to incident or service requests populate in the apps?
Oh, great questions. Well, let me go back. I can't speak Swedish, so I'm going to turn it back into English. And I'm going to go back into English. Okay. One of the questions that we get asked a lot is, in your Cherwell instance, you may have built numerous specific screens. Well, we don't want to, take that away, even if you're using your mobile app. So what we've done is, based on the classification, I'm just going to select the classification here. I'm going to select telephony, mobile telephone, submit an incident. As you can see, if the specific form is linked to a classification item, you can actually see that specific screen right here. As you can see now, there are two different fields. I'm going to say building location is Dallas, room number is 202, and I can add this. So we have incorporated the specific forms linked to your incidents and service requests into the mobile app as well. It's very easy. It's all something you manage. We only manage the structure. All the content is dynamic, and once you update your specific screens, it is automatically updated in the app. You don't need to do no more configuration. Once you do your one-steps or blueprints in your Cherwell instance, system will automatically capture the latest and greatest updates from those. It could be table lookups, it could be service catalog items, it could be specific screens. All this information is pre-populated in the app.
Okay, next question. We do not want the apps to be in the App Store. How can we deploy internally with our firewall?
Oh, great. Okay. Well, with our native apps, we give you the choice. There are a lot of organizations that we talk to who are like healthcare, or they don't want it to be publicly available. You have two choices to how to deploy your apps. If you're okay to have your apps in the app stores, like the Google Play Store and the Apple iTunes stores, you can actually have it there. Or if you are an on-prem customer, or you are, you're bounded by firewalls, we can actually deploy our apps using your MDM solutions as well. So if you're using AirWatch or Citrix or any other MDM solution to push out software, we can use MDM solutions to push the apps to the phones as well. Or you can actually package this app and put it into your own company store within your, a SharePoint or a Play Store. You can have your users go and download it from those stores as well. So you're not limited. If you're an on-prem or a SaaS customer, you don't want the apps to, communicate from outside of your network, you can absolutely accomplish it very easily. So we'll give you the IPA, and the APK files for iOS and Android, and you can repackage it and push it out. And we can always help you. And we have a few customers who are actually using that right now. So we can actually take those experiences and share with you as well.
And what kind of authentication methods are supported?
All right. So when it comes to authentication, it basically goes back into how you have configured your Cherwell. If you have Active Directory, we support Active Directory. If you have SAML login enabled, we have SAML login enabled as well. On top of it, if you are provisioned, like you have created a Cherwell account for any of your contractors or not Active Directory accounts, you can log in or use the Cherwell accounts as well. So what we have done is basically we wanted to mimic the authentication mechanism that you would typically use to log into the Cherwell app application. You can actually log into our mobile app as well. So it's going to be a seamless experience when you interact with the app or the Cherwell Rich client. If you use the same authentication like SAML, you can use the SAML authentication here as well.
This is a pretty important question. Which Cherwell version do we need to be on for the apps to work? We know that the versions are constantly getting upgraded.
Well, great questions. Yep. So we are platform agnostic and version agnostic. So it doesn't really matter what version of the software you're in. I mean, I would assume most of you guys are on version 9 for sure, because the 10 version is out this year and the version 9 has been until last year. So if you are on version 8 and above, which supports the REST APIs, any version would work. You know, you're in 9.2 version, 9.3 version, 10.1, 10.02, it does not matter. We leverage the REST APIs, and we do not see the REST APIs going away in next 10, 15 years for sure. So we leverage the REST APIs to communicate via Cherwell instance. So which version of the application, it really doesn't matter, unless until you're like 4 or 5, we may run into some challenges. But if you are at least on the 9 version of Cherwell platform, you are good to go, irrespective of what content you have.
Okay, and we're really running out of time, but one more question here. How does the nearby tickets feature work?
All right, okay, so let me log into the app here. I'm going to show the feature. Well, okay. So on this screen, as you see, we have text on the go and nearby tickets. We are using the geolocation and proximity searching capabilities like latitude and longitudes where you're logged in. And then we are associating those latitude and longitude values to a ticket so that I can know that where exactly I have submitted a ticket. So those two features, we use the latitude and longitude and tie it to a ticket or a customer profile record and show it in a map view or a list view. This is a feature that Cherwell supports. The barcode scanning or the geolocation feature, latitude and longitude, those are some features. Most of the users don't use it because they didn't have the capability in the past. But with the mobile apps like us, making it life easy, we can make those features easily available in your Cherwell system. It could be barcode scanning feature or it could be geolocation feature. We can easily do that.
Okay, and that's all the time we have left here. So that's all the questions we'll take for now. However, folks, if you do have additional questions, please reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to get the answers for you, even get you an opportunity to see this tool one-on-one that may best fit your particular needs of what they can show you. I know that they're happy to do that. So you can simply call us at 844-FLYCAST. That's 844-92278. You can also chat with us online on our website. That right-hand side of our website, there's a little green box there. More than happy to chat with you Monday through Friday during normal business hours. That's what they're there for. So go ahead and reach out to us or email us at info@flycastpartners.com. Anything additional that you wanted to add, Sridhar?
Well, before we go, I know we looked at the technician app, and also in the beginning of my conversation, we started that we have 2 apps, one for end user self-service customers and technicians. We spent a lot of time on technicians, but again, the interface that you're looking right now is the end user interface. I mean, pretty much it's the same experience I would need, like what I need on a self-service portal. But what we have done is we have incorporated customer satisfaction surveys as well. So I can click on customer satisfaction surveys. Here's the survey results for the ticket. And based on your survey business object, I can actually have the surveys here. 5-star, 3-star, Michelin star. I can submit it as well. So again, if you're an MSP customer, or you wanted to have an app for your end users, it's completely customizable. It's completely branded for your organization as well. And now, for instance, as you see here, you see the blue and the sigmaGO logos. You will not actually see those logos on your apps. You will only see your logos, your names, and it's an IT offering for your customers. And on top of it, we also incorporated a password reset functionality as well. So if you are an end customer, you forgot your password, based on the password reset feature, we can enable, and I can actually have our users reset their passwords right using the mobile app as well. So there are a lot of cool features, and I know we're running short on time. There's a lot of features that we can take advantage of. But the beauty of it is, it's up to you what you want. You can easily say, well, we don't need these features, or we're going to use it for later. You can do that. If you want to add new fields to the forms, you can do that as well on the fly. So pretty excited for this mobile app to work with your Cherwell system. Very seamless. No overhead from your perspective. We need the API keys, and once we have the APIs, we can easily plug and play your instance into our app as well.
Excellent. Awesome. Thank you so much for a great presentation. I appreciate everything you and your team have brought to this presentation today. Thank you for taking time out of your day for our audience. Now, audience, a lot of information was covered today, but I'm sure there's a great deal more that they can show you. So please reach out to us at 844-FLYCAST. That's 844-359-2278. Chat with us live online. We encourage you to also email us at info@flycastpartners.com, and we will definitely be more than happy to get any answers that you're looking for. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. With that being said, I want to wish everyone a great rest of your week, and thank you for your time today and joining us for this sigmaGO presentation.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you for your time, and have a great evening.
You too.